You're watching CoastLife, and we all have those moments where we just want to spruce up our home and feel like new. And Salvaged Home Decor is the perfect place to make your home pop. And a person we're going to meet right now is Michelle Long, and she is the co-owner of Salvaged, and she's even won a great award for tablescaping.
Yes, so that's what we're going to talk about today, is also the ability to create beautiful tablescapes with things that you have in your home. And I've collected these different items, like from my store and from my house and from Walmart and Home Goods, and today we're going to put together a beautiful table using these items.
So you guys are on Coastal Highway in Lewes. So tell us why you love this location and why you picked Salvaged to be right here.
So we love this location because we're right next to Surf Bagel. We're right on Coastal Highway. We are 2 miles from Lewes Beach. We are 4 miles from Rehoboth Beach. We have plenty of parking. We have a big, huge building. We have over 10,000 square feet. And we're able to fill this with beautiful furniture and vignettes.
All right, so what's the first step to getting this table together?
So my first step is always, I typically lay down like a table runner. So we have this one actually for sale and salvaged, and it was my inspiration for the table. And also kind of like for fall and Halloween. So we're going to start with that. So this morning, actually, I purchased these flowers from Flowers on Savannah and some of these like dried goods, and I threw them in some of my favorite vases, and it was kind of like my inspiration for the table.
It's perfect. It's real fall-like. I like that.
Yeah. So then also I wanted to, my thing is always mixing colors and patterns. And so I've also decided to add some purple in for some whimsical fun. And I found this tray at my home, and then I had the inspiration to add some gold elements to the table. The next thing that inspired me and that I wanted to add to the table was this pumpkin. So I did actually find this at Home Goods.
It's perfect for fall.
I decided that that would kind of be my inspiration for the table as well. So it just adds a different height to the table, a different texture, a different element.
And so, I heard everything comes in, you know, heights and threes. Am I correct?
Yes. Well, that's the way that I design, and I think most designers do as well. But I always decorate in odd numbers. So you always want to have like your groupings of like 3 or 5 or 7, you know. So I think most designers typically design in groups of 3. But if you want to be a little extra and a little bit more maximalist, you can design in groups of 5 or 7.
And these are really, really fancy. This makes me think of like a high-class dinner. How would you put these beautiful glasses on this table?
So I would just pair them, and I brought 3 of them together. And then even if your guests don't drink cocktails or anything like that, you can use like a wine glass for water. You could even use the champagne glass for wine. I mean, really, there's no rules. I mean, you can do whatever you want. So I also collected these like vintage glasses. They're like, you know, my favorite, and I've actually never used them, but I set them out every time I have a party. But so I would just like group these together in like a group of 3. And just to add like some whimsical elements to your table. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna continue to add layers to my table, and I just want my guests to be excited like when they sit down. So I had these randomly at home, just waiting to be used.
What exactly is this?
I don't know. I believe that they're black feathers, and that's just something I like doing. Is like I just like mixing different elements together, different textures, different patterns, and there's really again no rules. You can use whatever you want in your house just to bring the colors together. And I decided to use these just to bring the black out on the other side of the table.
And I love the different textures. You have the plants. We all know how plants feel, but then you have this nice feathery feel and this nice little soft cushion at the bottom.
And then some linen, Perfect. So then next, I'm just going to add this bowl over here, and then I'm gonna add in some candlesticks.
And are these candlesticks from Salvaged?
They are from Salvaged, and these are my favorites. So I also have these at my home, sitting on my table all the time.
So these are definitely the go-to. You have them in your house, you sell them at the store.
Yes.
So what makes these candlesticks so appealing to you?
I love gold, and I am like obsessed with like gold and brass, and I love that they come in sets of 3 and that they're all different heights, and they're just really easy to mix and match, and you can really use them and elevate any event with these candlesticks.
And they follow the little decor rules.
Yes, yeah,
which is perfect.
Yep. So next, I'm gonna add just a couple more candlesticks and then this, and hope that it looks pretty from the other side. We shall see what happens over here.
So what exactly are these? Are these certain glasses? Or are these like
this is just like a decorative element that we sell at my store, and you can put like oil or vinegar or, you know, really anything that you wanted in there, salad dressings.
Nice. And I absolutely love these. These are really cool. They look so vintage.
Yes, yeah. So we also sell those in Salvaged, and that's like one thing that we're known for is like all of our candlesticks. So we have them in a ton of different sizes and varieties and colors, and you name it, we have it.
So is there any website or social media people can kind of go to if they see this episode and they're like, oh, what is that place called again?
Yes, yeah. So you can follow us on our Instagram page and on our Facebook page, and then also we have a website. So just follow salvaged.com and you will see us on there.
Michelle's giving us inside tips to make the perfect autumn tablescapes when CoastLife gets back. You're watching CoastLife, and before the break, Michelle Long from Salvaged and Lewes showed us a little bit of tablescaping. And for the people who don't know, Michelle, you are the co-owner of Salvaged. Explain to them what tablescaping is before we go into this beautiful decor behind us.
So basically, tablescaping is the art of creating beautiful tables with to wow your guest with items you have in your home, and you can really put anything together. You just want to layer it and add texture and create an environment that looks fun and exciting for your guests.
And I've heard you are the design diva. So tell me what really, sparks a flame in you when it comes to designing and decor.
I love thinking outside of the box and just using things that people would never think to use together. And if that's colors, patterns, texture, that is me. And I created the name Design Diva myself. And
oh, okay.
I have awards for it, and yeah, that is it.
And the award you're talking about is right behind us. So let me grab it real quick. So tell us a little bit about this award.
So this was a fun event that we did through Salvaged, and me and one of my employees, we entered this tablescape contest a couple years ago, and we entered it against flowers on Savannah.
Okay.
And we were able to win, and we won out of maybe like 10 different entries. But we came out in first place, and ever since then, like, this has been my claim to fame, and
yes!
And I'm going with it.
So Michelle, we are talking edgy autumn. So tell me a little bit about this decor, and how did you create this? How did this even come to mind?
So I was just inspired by different items that I found around my house and found between Salvaged, Home Goods, and actually Walmart. And and so it's a little bit of a high-low look, and I just decided to put all these different elements together just to add a bunch of texture and pattern and color to the table.
I can tell there's some lights, there's some lows, it's everything on this table. So I heard you talk about, Walmart and the different types.
Yes.
For the people who don't have much money, but they want to be creative, what would you say to them?
I would say just find something in your home that inspires you. Like it could be dishes that you've collected over the years but never used, and just find a way to add color or pattern to them and just make it work. You can even use your grandmother's china or go to the dollar store. Right now, you're able to find like the cutest things at the dollar store, believe it or not. Yeah.
Honestly, they have some great finds over there.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at these. You told me before the break that these are candlesticks. So why don't these candlesticks have candles?
Yeah, so certainly you could add candles to them and elevate your table even higher, but I just kind of added them for a different texture and height and a different look for the table.
So these plates are absolutely adorable, but they're all different. So tell me a little bit about it. We have the leaves here. We have polka dots. We even have like types of triangles, and we even have a orange napkin. Tell me about this play setting.
So this is kind of my style and the way that I like to decorate, and nothing has to match. I mean, you can just make it work or trick your guest into thinking it works.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I love just mixing patterns and designs and colors together, and that's what you'll find here. I mean, the only thing that's really matching between all the plates is maybe like the napkin, but other than that, we have all different color autumn leaves on each place setting, and different designs, just to get you excited about each one of your courses that's coming up.
And I heard your house is immaculate. So when you're at your house and people see your table, like, what do they say about your designs?
They typically, the first words out of their mouth are "wow." So
Okay. Awesome.
and yeah, so I really like to think outside of the box, and I do love having a home that wows people, and it's really just kind of a look like this, just mixing and matching and putting things together that are unexpected and that you would never think of.
All right, guys, you have seen this beautiful decor from Miss Long. And if you're even looking to kind of spruce up your home, they even have people like Michelle or other workers here that could really make your home pop. So Michelle, you also have your own interior design business. Let us in on that.
Yes, so I have a new business that'll be open in the next 3 or 4 weeks, and it's an interior design business. And I have my own wallpaper line, my own fabric line. And also this is one of the services that I offer. So I can come to your home and stage it for parties, for holidays, for your guests, for events.
Wow, this is great. And you do a little bit of everything.
I do, yeah.
So if people are looking for some of your services, how can they reach you?
So you can certainly find me on mooddesign.com, or you can find me here at Salvaged. I'm typically here 5 days a week. And you can always find me or locate me from our Instagram or our Facebook page on Mood Design Studio or Salvaged Furniture.
All right, Michelle, is there anything else you would like to say to the audience watching?
No, I just want to thank everyone for watching this episode, and then just really, I hope that I inspired everyone to think outside the box and to create a beautiful table for their guests during the holidays.
All right, guys, visit their website and their social media pages as well. And again, guys, this is Salvaged in Lewes, right on Coastal Highway. There's more Coast Life on the way.